Hello everybody, my name is 711 and welcome to week 3 of the Pokemon Battle Association Season 4. This week we are battling Ortiz, and one thing that I have to point out is that yes, this is on Showdown. And why is it on Showdown? I'm glad you asked. Because Ortiz, he couldn't find his power save and he just had to make do with what we had. So in these kind of situations we are allowed to go on Showdown, but they are limited. So as you can see, I brought Slowbro, I brought a Scarf Mienshao, I brought a Smeargle who is expected to Baton Pass a Shift Gear to Lucario to sweep, and then also we have Excelgor, and I brought a physically bulky Latias. It worked pretty well for me in the first week against David, and this time I'm also bringing Reflect. So let's start off this battle. He starts with Cloyster as I lead with Smeargle, and he actually has a Scarfed Cloyster which outspeeds Smeargle, and there's an Icicle Spear. So I'm off to a pretty bad start right away. So in comes Lucario now, and I go for a Thunder Punch, and that automatically knocks out the Tornadus. So I guess he was predicting a fighting type move, but it didn't happen. So now here comes Excelgor, and that knockoff did a lot of damage, and so I decided to set up spikes as Excelgor's last act. So I am now down by 2, and so I'm down by 1, I should say. Now fully expecting the knockoff, I wanted him to knock off my Life Orb so I wouldn't be taking any more damage, but I get an attack boost, so I'm actually at a higher attack now than before. So he sends in Gyarados to remove that attack drop, or I'm sorry, he wanted to drop my attack, I should say. So there's a close combat. It really doesn't do much, and now I'm forced to switch into my physical wall Slowbro. And so here is a really strong Mega Gyarados, and he starts Dragon Dancing, which I'm not too terribly scared of because Scarf Mienshao is faster anyway. So here's a Crunch, which does too much damage, and the best that Slowbro could do was Toxic Gyarados, and that Toxic is going to be pretty useful. So here's a Crunch, it's going to take out the Slowbro, oh well. But now this gives me the opportunity to revenge kill with Mienshao. And how is Mienshao going to help? With the Choice Scarf, the U-turn just barely misses the kill, so I had to go for Drain Punch there. And now in comes Cloyster. Well, this is my opportunity to go for Drain Punch, especially since the Choice Scarf isn't there. It wasn't there anyway. But Icicle Spear is enough to take out Mienshao. I really thought that Drain Punch would kill. I didn't do the calculation, so that was pretty bad on my part. So now I only have 2 Pokemon left. Ortiz has 4. And so I am literally pushed into a corner here. Now a Azumarill comes in, and I go for the Extreme Speed, hopefully to knock out the Cloyster, but he switched. And so at this point I have to send in Latias here in order to take this Aqua Jet. And as you can see, that did next to nothing. So now he has to switch because he's apparently banded. He's either banded or scarfed. He's locked into a move. Blissey is a really great Pokemon for this, in order to wall Latias, really. So I go for the Reflect, and in comes Lucario. Lucario is going to get paralyzed here with a Thunder Wave, so that was a really great play on Ortiz's part. And what's even better is that he goes for a Healing Wish, and now the Cloister is going to be at next to full health, but it doesn't really matter because Lucario was paralyzed anyway. So now Lucario is up against this Cloister, but I do have a Reflect up, and so that's not very effective in the first place. And does Lucario take out Cloister? Yes, it does. Yes, it does take out the Cloister. So who is next? None other than Electros. I was wondering what Electros wanted to do. I went for the extreme speed just to get some more damage off on Electros, and here's the Outrage. So I guess this was his move of choice to take on the Latios. Thankfully, Latios is physically bulky, and luckily I do outspeed this Electros. So, I set up the Reflect now in order to take a hit a little bit better. Electros does go into Confusion as I heal up a little bit with Leftovers. So a Psychic is going to do a good amount, and Electros hits itself in Confusion, and down it goes. All that is left now is the Azumarill, and all that's left is for me to click Thunderbolt and pray that it kills. It's a roll, and I get the high roll. So Azumarill goes down, and I won this battle with a very narrow 1-0 win. I do think that I planned pretty well. I really should have had Thunder Wave. Really should have brought Thunder Wave instead of Toxic. But you know what? That's just the name of the game sometimes. So, yeah, that's the game, guys. I now have 3 wins, no losses, with a +3 differential because all 3 of my victories have been 1-0. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this episode, like it, comment it, share it, have fun, guys, and I will see you guys later. Peace.